So let's talk Susan Does. Susan Does. Oh my gosh. This is not my series. Well, it's not now mine. This one actually came off of a person off of Fiverr. It was their storyline that I took and developed and expanded and things of that nature. Now, I will say this. The Susan is not Susan in their story. That was the only thing that they asked, was that the characters' names had great meaning to them. And I absolutely respect that. That's not a problem. But I did have permission to write the stories and then publish them, and that's kind of how they developed. Susan is a 40-something-year-old woman. She is happily married. She lives in the suburbs. She has a wonderful husband who adores her. Her children are off at college, and she is going back to work. So, you know, she's kind of starting her life over. We've kind of all been there at some point in time. You know, we start something new, new adventures. Susan starts working with her best friend, and her best friend has built a business. It's successful, you know. So the background of Susan is that she's kind of this housewife who's learning to be a woman again, learning her sexuality, learning her sensuality, learning to grow and learning to become beyond what she ever was. She loves her husband. She adores him. But she starts going on these business trips, and these business trips expose her to a number of different men, possibly women, and situations. And so she starts exploring her sexuality and her sensuality with these strangers that she meets. So, and I currently have, I think 4 or 5, if I remember right. But we have the first one, which is Susan Does Houston, and that's where she meets her first stranger who she never even asks his name. They meet in a hotel, meet up for one night of just this passionate time like she just has never had, because she's always been the good girl, always done the right thing, always made it right with everybody. Then at this point in time, we also have Sun, Sand, and Sex, where she meets up with a billionaire and they're working on his resort, and you know, she enjoys, I think, a week of pleasure and being naughty with him. Then Susan goes to the treasure state, which is Montana, and you know, she meets up with a guy that's in the oil, fixes a problem for him, enjoys staying at his mansion up in the mountains, explores different parts of her sensuality. After that, Susan starts to jump off the cliff, because we all have that cliff that we want to jump off of. And the last one I think I currently have published as of today, which is May 2019, is the Double in Davenport. So Susan goes to Davenport, Iowa. I don't know why I picked that. I really don't. It just popped into my head. I rarely know why I pick something. It's just kind of where the story takes me. She goes to Davenport, Iowa. She meets up with some older men who are redoing a kind of a rundown but beautiful neighborhood. And they're designing it for the kind of hipster generation, you know, just kind of the younger crowd, basically. I hate to put names on stuff like that. But anyways, they meet up, they go there. She spends a night out on the clubs, kind of learning the area, things of that nature. Meets up with 2 younger, handsome men who take her back to her hotel room and show her some DP fun in her hotel room. So that is what Susan does. Now, does. That was way more funny than it should have been. But, you know, I'm absolutely looking for new ideas for this storyline. I haven't heard back from the guy in a long time, which could just mean anything at all. We all know how life gets. I'd like to finish it off. If you read the books and you have ideas on, you know, what you want Susan to do, hey, hit me up. I would love to make this an interaction between all of us and just create this storyline beyond, well, what it's worth. So, you know, read some of the novellas and then put your comments suggestions and everything, and let me hear from you, and we'll see if we can't make her have a wonderful adventure from here forward. I'd like to do a total of 6 more, so a total of 10. I think I have 4 or 5 done now, so you know, wherever I'm at, I would like it to be 10 6,000 word novellas to make a nice good novel out of. But that's part of the fun, making it something different and new with each section. I'd love to hear from you, and hope whatever day of the week you're on, you have a wonderful one of them.